Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Corielle. It's been a minute since I've uploaded a new video, but I'm back, and today I wanted to share some new in makeup products while I get ready, and also share why I'm thinking about leaving LA and moving back to New York. So I'll be discussing the pros and the cons of each city, from my perspective, of course. So if that's something you're interested in, just keep on watching. So I actually already filmed this video. Like, I filmed the video, looked at the footage, and was like, oh no, because I used the wrong base product, and so my makeup started peeling. So we're starting over, so bear with me. But I will leave all of the product info on the screen and in the description box. And I'll also show like each product on screen. So I'm gonna start with my base, which is gonna be the Chanel primer that I recently picked up and I've been loving. So I have been in LA for about 2 years now. Actually, I made 2 years last month. So I moved here in September of 2021, and I moved here after visiting one time. I moved 2 months later because I fell in love with like the beautiful view, the beautiful weather, and like I like to be outdoors. I feel like the sun gives me the energy that I need. So I moved here. So I'll back up a little bit. So I actually lived in New York for about 4 years. I moved there right out of college because I wanted to work in the fashion industry. So I worked in PR. This is the product I'm going to be using now, the Makeup Forever HD palette. It's the all-in-one face palette. So it has concealer, foundation, bronzer, contour, blush, highlighter, everything in one. So I'm just gonna color correct really quickly. But yeah, I moved to New York after college, did some internships. I actually worked at Makeup Forever on the PR and influencer marketing team. So yeah, I lived there for 4 years, and I decided to leave because it was super expensive. I live with roommates, my family, actually, my sister, and it was cool, but I wanted to live on my own. I'm a very introverted person. I like to be alone to like recharge, and it was so expensive to live there and also very inconvenient. Like, I knew it was going to be expensive to live there. Like, that wasn't the main issue. The main issue was how inconvenient it was, and also the weather. Like, you had to catch the subway whether it was raining, snowing, or sunny. Like, and I ain't like that. After a while, that got really old to me. I actually love driving, so taking public transportation everywhere was not ideal, especially in those scenarios where it was, bad weather. And also, like, if you are out late at night, like, the trains aren't running on schedule, so that was a lot to deal with. Like, I didn't mind the train when it was like good weather, but like when it was not, I was not having it. So yeah, and then also I didn't love the cold. Like, I don't like being cold, and I feel like I'm always cold, so I didn't feel like it was worth it to stay for the 2 months of nice weather. But of course, there was a lot that I did like about New York too. The energy, the people, like the fact that I could be my introverted self, like, and I still didn't feel alone, because it was so many people there. So yeah, that's kind of like the reasons why I left. So I decided to move back home while I figured out like my next steps. So that was at the end of 2019. And then the beginning of 2020, the pandemic started. So like I stayed home throughout that time, but towards, I didn't feel like that was a permanent move. That was never the plan. So towards like the summer of 2021, I came to LA on a solo trip, and I fell in love. Like the beach, the palm trees, the weather, the view, the food, like everything. I was like, I'm moving here. So I immediately started looking for jobs, and I found one quickly, and it was remote, but it needed to be based in California because they did not hire in Louisiana. So I moved a couple of months later, and I've been here ever since. So I've been here since September 2021, and my time in LA has been good. I love living alone. I love my apartment. I love driving everywhere. I don't mind traffic, but I guess it's probably because I work from home and I don't have to deal with it every day. But I know that's like a con for a lot of people, the traffic. LA is expensive, like New York, but that is not an issue for me here. The only con I have with LA is I have not been, and this, I don't know if it's a LA thing because again, I work from home, so it's probably just me, but I have heard this from other people who don't work from home, that it's hard to meet people in LA, genuine people, and I'm a very quality versus quantity type of person. I only have organic, genuine connections and friends, so I have very few friends because I don't do well with like surface level things or people. And yeah, so I've been here for 2 years, been working from home the whole time, been a homebody the whole time, but I do get out. Like I'll go to the beach, I like to be outdoors, like I'll go for walks, go for dinner, like all of these things, but I don't meet people like that. The people that I have met are like other people who live in LA who work at the same company, like we've gotten together before. So yeah, it's been hard to find like the type of connections that I am looking for. So that's my biggest reason for considering moving, and my only reason actually. So that said, I have been thinking about going back to the East Coast because my sister, her husband, and my niece, they live there. They live on the East Coast, and I want to see my niece grow up and be closer to family. And also living on the East Coast is just like a shorter flight to New Orleans to see the rest of my family. So yeah, that is what I'm thinking. But that said, I went to New York about 2 weeks ago for work. So we have an office in New York. So I went to New York for work, and I was there for a week. I stayed in a hotel like close to Madison Square Park. So I went there, stayed there for a week, and the energy, I realized that I was romanticizing this move back to New York because the energy was not the same post-pandemic. It was less people, and it just seemed slower, and like, that's not what you go to New York for. You go to New York for like the fast pace. But also at the same time, I realized that I can't even take the fast pace because I was walking a lot, and I was like, wait, I used to do this all the time. Like, now that I'm in my 30s, that does not sit well with my spirit and does not work well with my body. Also, I was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, in September of last year. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically an autoimmune disease that attacks my nerves. So that kind of affects my mobility. And so walking everywhere is not conducive to my current situation. So I was like, okay, if I move, I'll probably move to Jersey or on the outskirts in Brooklyn, keep my car, and I would still want to drive everywhere. So I don't know how that would work. Y'all, I'm loving this base, by the way. That was the Yummy Skin that I just put on, and I color corrected with the Makeup Forever all-in-one face palette. Now I'm torn, and I don't know if I will move back because of those reasons. Like the inconveniences that made me leave before are still there. And now it's like without the people and the energy that I loved about the city. And it's still expensive. You have to make 40 times the rent if you want to live in Manhattan or Brooklyn. And you don't get that much space for your money. It's very competitive. Yeah, it's not ideal. And like, I'm comfortable in my LA apartment and the LA lifestyle of like driving everywhere. I love hiking. I love being outdoors. So like, I don't know if I'm ready to give that up. I think I just need to make more of an effort to meet people. But again, it's like, I don't like to force things. I like things to be very natural and organic. So that is the issue right now. And like, I guess I could fix that by having people visit me more and like visiting my friends more. But like, traveling also takes a toll on me. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like in order for me to be happy in New York, things will have to be very convenient. And in order for things to be convenient, you need lots of money in New York. Like, if you want to be taking Ubers everywhere or cars everywhere or have a car, that takes a lot of money. And then to have the type of place I want to have takes a lot of money. So I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to go or if I'm going to stay. But those are the reasons why I'm thinking of leaving. And the reasons why I'm thinking of staying. But again, I am like a very introverted person, and I work from home. So, I mean, if you live in LA, let me know if you also feel like it's hard to meet people. Like, I don't know. Yo, I am loving this Makeup Forever palette. Like, she is that girl. I'm so happy I got it. Alright, y'all, that is the makeup look. I love all of these products. This is the MVP. Like, you better get you one of these. Like, amazing. I love this. And this lipstick is the Dior Rouge Forever lipstick in 300. I love the applicator on this lipstick. Love that. I'm gonna get this in some more colors, I think. Love the Yummy Skin. Love. And then also love the Chanel primer. So I'm gonna link everything in the description box below. So yeah, those are my thoughts on living in LA versus New York and the things that I'm considering to decide whether I want to stay here in LA or move back to the East Coast. Let me know what you would do if you were in my situation, because I literally don't know what I'm gonna do. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, to find out what I end up deciding. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.